and then we can look at it, look at ways to improve in the future. So let me share my screen. 1 minute, please. Right. So today's session is all about how can you build a career in marketing if you haven't been in marketing before. With SkilledUp Life, you don't necessarily need to have experience to gain experience. But if you had undertaken a course or some level of education in marketing, then that will help. So within SkilledUp Life, we are not actually teaching you anything, or we are not giving training. What we are doing is very much learn while volunteering. So typical opportunities include digital marketing, event management, maybe web design, web development, SEO, brand development, marketing research, anything to do with marketing that early stage tech company needs will turn into opportunities and listed on SkilledUp Life. In terms of today, we have myself, SkilledUp Life, and we have Keith representing Simplifai. I might not go into delight today. So very quickly for SkilledUp Life, we have, I think you probably know about who we are. We are a marketplace connecting individuals such as yourself who want to gain experience and skills to improve your career prospects. On the other side, we have early stage companies like Keith's company, as well as SkilledUp Life itself, which is an early stage company. So for us, we have been in operation for 15 months, and we now have a number of opportunities that need to be filled fairly quickly. And you've seen how bad I was in organizing this event. So we have an urgent requirement for an event coordinator. We want to run many events. We currently run an event on Friday at 12 o'clock on Clubhouse. We want to continue to run that, but we need to promote that, and we want to add more events. We want to at least run an event with our community once a week. We are looking for a graphic designer to help us with our website. SkilledUp Life as a brand hasn't really been developed. We haven't given really much thought to it. But now, after 15 months, we want to spend some time developing it. We have significant brand inconsistencies across everything we do: colors, the fonts, sizes, everything, and it need to be turned into a proper. We need to create a brand book and then get that awareness built within our team. We have not done anything on SEO side. Yes, Google tend to pick up our content and opportunities, but it's not good enough. So we want somebody to come on board, look at what keywords we need to improve on, and really need some advice. Again, content writing wise, so far, if you look at the blog, it's not consistent. Everything's pretty much done by myself, but we need to have a proper content strategy and produce content on a regular basis, as well as share that across all our social media. Marketing campaigns, we started a campaign last month. It wasn't that successful. We want to take those learnings, and we want to have better campaigns going forward. We, on a regular basis, capture leads. That's an ongoing activity, so there's more work around that. And then there's the social media. We have two areas we want to target. One is three. One is the volunteers. We want to improve on volunteer acquisition. The other side, we have customer acquisition. And then in the middle, we want to build brand, and we want to use social media extensively for this. We have channels on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we want to add more channel, but also wants to extend more. So that's my short presentation, and then I'll hand over to Keith. Keith, would you like to introduce your company, please?
Yeah, give me a second to share a screen. So hopefully you can see that screen.
Yes, we can.
And so we're a technology company. We specialize in artificial intelligence and its application generally to smart cities. And the application of the artificial intelligence to smart cities at the moment focuses on delivering products to local authorities and delivering products into the NHS, the National Health Service in the UK. We're largely north of England based. This is a visual selection of some of our offices. We have a research centre in Huddersfield, an office that's part of the Tuss Park, which is the Eagle Lab in Newcastle. Tuss Park are connected to the Chinese. They're the biggest science parks in China. And we also have an office in Manchester, which is provided by Bruntwood called The Block. The reason we have a picture of a satellite is that that's actually the Europa Clipper, and the technology we use, which is planning and scheduling, which we are the first to apply it to urban transport control, is actually used by the CAT labs in California for the programming of the mission Europa Clipper. So it's actually technology that's used by rocket scientists, but we apply it to ground transport and to help in the health service, and these are the patents that we filed. The two areas we work in are for local authorities to bring in what we call smart traffic management to cities, which in my role as the industry body's carbon ambassador, I'm very keen that we use our artificial intelligence to reduce CO2 emissions, as well as manage urban transport better. But we're also using it to support the health service in the UK, who have a huge backlog of appointments and operations, and we're helping them through the analysis of traffic and the analysis of air quality to make sure that they don't organise their COPD, which is lung disease appointments, at times when air quality is worst around a hospital. So you're putting people who are already ill under the strain of going through poor air quality and delayed transport to get to hospital, so they present themselves worse. So we're working with them to try and organise the backlog in such a way as that we don't actually increase the health problems through doing it. So those are the two markets we work with. What we're looking for in terms of volunteers is to actually support our marketing effort. Our marketing effort within local authorities has gone quite well. The latest round of government spending, we were successful in supporting a few local authorities, but we want people to help us with the systematic coordinating of our marketing to local authorities in the UK. But then also we're looking to take on volunteer to help with marketing towards the National Health Service and understanding how the NHS in the UK works and who our target audience might be. From an international perspective, we've done market sizing analysis within the UK, within China and the US, which are our key markets, but we want to supplement that with a market sizing exercise in India, and also to update our market sizing in China and the US. So if there's anyone who's particularly wants to try an exercise like that to get that on their CV, that's what we'd be interested in. But to take it forward in the same way as Manoj is trying to take things forward, is we feel that we need a coordinator for the volunteers, because I'm really conscious that people are volunteering, And unless we have somebody who's coordinating that activity, we need somebody who's volunteering themselves to understand what volunteers get out of volunteering for a company, and to make sure that us as a company is put under the right pressure to make sure that you get out of the posting and the volunteering what you want to get out of it. And I feel if somebody can coordinate that, who's also a volunteer, it then makes sure we've got the right pressure on us to make sure that the volunteers get what they want out of it, as well as, you know, I'm quite capable of making sure the company gets out of it what it is. But I think for a network to work, actually the volunteers need to gain something and get the most out of it, because that's the way the network works, that's the way it gets talked about, and that's the way we can take things forward. Because we're also looking to give people a chance in the, I suppose, what are the more difficult techie areas of data analytics, software development, and supporting our kind of DevOps efforts to make sure our systems are maintained and developed in the right way. And I'm not going to let those roles until we have somebody who's got the interests of the volunteers at heart, because it's very easy to just kind of put pressure on people to do what you would regard as work, rather than understanding it as a volunteering opportunity. So that's kind of us and what we're after. And if either of you on the call want to ask questions or are actually interested in any of those positions, me and Manoj can then battle it out to see which company you come and volunteer for. You're on mute, Manoj.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Keith. And we got, your presentation was much more profound than mine. I already made some note mentally to improve mine for the next one. Kalinga, Vinuki, feel free to ask any questions. These could be general. I know we had marketing as a theme. I think, Keith, going forward, maybe we should do this as a more general area, and until we have enough capacity to just focus on marketing or data science or something like that. The floor is yours, Kalinga. Vinuki, please join us and let's make it work for you.
Hi everyone, I just joined the presentation.
Hi, Kalinga.
So I just joined, so I was looking forward to someone else.
For me personally, I don't have any questions right now. And yeah, the presentation was great, and it was clear, and I got a clear understanding. Thank you, sir.
So Vinuki, what type of opportunities are you interested in?
I'm interested in the opportunity of content writer and digital marketing opportunities.
So Keith, we definitely have, if you look for under, within SkilledUp Life, under our own opportunities, there is one out there for content marketing. And digital marketing at the moment is obviously quite a vast area. And we spend quite a bit of time on social media, but I think the most important need for us is actually content marketing. So please make sure your profiles are complete before you apply, because we initially look at the profile and make a judgment. But if you decide to apply to us, and I'm sure Keith will have a compelling argument against why you should join us and not him, we can respond fairly quickly. Keith, over to you.
I'd be honest, I'd be interested in somebody who's looking to do content writing, because at the moment we employ a professional journalist to do that for us. And obviously we pay a professional journalist to do that, who's always keen to work with other people to help bring people on to get different perspectives on how you put content out about what is a kind of, on the one hand, an interesting industry, you know, smart cities, technology, climate change, all those sorts of things, very interesting, but often quite difficult to put across how you're going to make a change. And I think if you can gain skills in that area, you should never really be short of a job, how you can present the good case for making a change in relation to climate change. So I don't know if something like that interests you, or I'm also interested in what Kalinga might be interested in, or what skills you might bring.
Yeah, I'm interested about marketing. Yeah. Marketing and kind of data entry, I guess.
I didn't quite catch the data what?
Data entry.
Okay. And I know from Manos, he's got quite a global reach on his volunteers. I'm not sure which parts of the world both of you from, because that's the thing that also interests me, that we can dip into experience from around the world. I don't know where you're both from.
I'm from Sri Lanka.
Okay. You're on mute, Manos, which is why we're not responding to you.
Sorry. I think Vinukhi, based on the name, I'm guessing she's also from Sri Lanka.
Yes, I'm from Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Keith, I was listening to you about the market research opportunity. You mentioned, I think, India, China, and USA. I think that's going to be quite an important topic going forward for our volunteers, I believe, because Ram is not at this event, but Ram Raghavan, he had opportunities in market research before. And we are taking a country-specific approach at the moment. So we have 3 research roles, one for Nigeria. We are very close to, I think we made an, we were just waiting for the volunteer agreement to be signed. The person who's coming from Nigeria is very, is an accountant, auditor, got a lot of experience, but obviously this is a new area for him. We have one out for South Africa, one for Sri Lanka, and we have very little market penetration in India. But we want to fix that by, again, having someone do research for us. We do have a new customer from India, so I think that would also help us. So I would suggest get those. You can take a look at what we publish, and also what I'll send you the link, what Ram has published. So maybe use those to when you are crafting your own opportunity. I think these type of roles could be quite interesting, because what we do is we use the opportunities to attract, the more volunteers to us, to our site. So especially what you are building is a lot more sophisticated than what we are building. Climate change, AI are topical issues. So I think more people will be interested in your job opportunities, Keith.
And I know from in the past, when we've done market research, we've used students from the University of Manchester who were doing their MSc programs in business studies, and they come to us as part of their summer projects. And I still keep in touch with a few of the people from both China and South Korea. And we had another one from Vietnam, who you cited the example of the market sizing they did for us for China and for the US. to then help them get jobs. I think one went to work for KPMG, another one went to work for a big Chinese company. And it's that sort of thing where if you're part of doing the research and gain the understanding of how you would do a market sizing or whatever, then when you come to go to a job interview where for a company that does that all the time, you at least know what they're talking about.
Yep.
And you can say, and the example we did was this.
Yeah.
Which I think they found invaluable.
So Kalinga, Vinuki, please take a look at Keith's company, Simplifai Systems. Go and have a look at their website as well. I don't think the website is got a lot of content, but still, have a look and do consider applying for Keith's and obviously us as well. Are there any more questions? Because we want to wrap it up in about a few minutes' time. Kalinga, is there anything you like to know, Vinuki?
Personally, I don't have any questions right now, sir.
Okay.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay. Keith, shall we wrap it up? And
Sounds good to me.
all right. Thank you so much. And I'll share with the others. And I'm really sorry about messing up the links. I need to learn, because what we try to do is we try to use Eventbrite for virtual events, and I had Google Calendar events, and I had a lot of other places where I had the links, and every time they sort of kept breaking up. So I'm sorry about that, but at least we met you too. So thank you. Thanks, Keith. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.